Hey, what's going on, guys? Desmond here. If you're new to this YouTube channel, just go ahead and hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of our upcoming videos. So I got a message on my Instagram. Let me put it up, okay? Someone from Instagram messaged me and asked me a really good question, even though it's nothing to do with entrepreneurship, but I thought it would be a fantastic opportunity for us to actually review it. Okay, let me just pull it up. It's by Heidi Piltra. Says how your success in life without a qualification education to apply for a job. Essentially, he's talking about how do I apply for a good job without the typical education qualification. Now, if you know me, I actually dropped out on the final semester of my graduation, and I'm really close to graduating, but I'm actually very thankful that I actually drop out because the story of me dropping out of university has been able to reach far and wide when it comes to inspiring other people. I'm not asking you to drop out though, right? I'm telling you that if you do not know what you're doing, or more importantly, if you are one of those people that you want to be an entrepreneur, then maybe going to school is not the option for you. So I always believe that schools should always be about, following one of my philosophy, implementation over information. School should always be about, actually doing things first, because most people do not know what they do or what they want to do until they've done it, right? So I'll give you an example, right? Right now I'm doing a lot of business buying and selling, and what happened is that I need to be, really up and running with my accounting game, my financial game. And when I was studying accounting and financials in school, in university, I actually hated it. I hated that it's so boring. I hated that it's so dry. But now I'm actually studying it and I felt like it's much more interesting now that I'm doing this, I'm involved in this. So I always believe that universities should need to be reshaped in a way that you need to get people to be involved. First, maybe they need to go and do 1 or 2 years of apprenticeship in the field that they like, or maybe multiple fields that they think they like, and see which one they really want to go into, and then they attend university after that. University doesn't have to be 3 to 4 years. It can just be, in my opinion, 2 years. I think it should be 2 plus 2, 2 years of apprenticeship, and every 6 months you work in different jobs, different opportunities. If you want to be an entrepreneur, one of the 6 months you need to use to go start a business, for example, okay? Another 2 years where you learn the concepts and the theories and the mechanism and case studies to support the previous 2 years. I think that's how university should run. But hey, I don't own a university, so I can't really make changes there. But I'm gonna get back to the question where if I have no education qualification, but I really want to get a job, what do I need to do? And you need to understand and think from the perspective of the employer. And are we talking about a corporate company, or are we talking about a business? Because if you're talking about a small business where the employer makes the decision to hire you, it's easy, because employer of a small business, they're always looking at 2 things, right? They're always looking at, can you do it? And what value can you do for them, or can you provide for them, right? And they usually hire by experience. So for example, if I own a plumbing company, and if I'm looking for a new plumber to come into work, I'm looking for really, is that person having the desire, willing to learn the craft? And more importantly, is this person has any experience? If that person has an experience, I can pay this person more because of that particular reason, right? So desire and experience is important. Qualification is another word for certificate for a lot of people. So if you think that just having a certificate in plumbing is enough for you to get a job in a plumbing business, it's not enough, because I hang out with a lot of entrepreneurs, and I've been able to be very lucky because I surround myself with corporate size employers as well as small business size employers, and they always complain about one thing, that qualification is a piece of paper that means nothing anymore, right? But if you're wanting to work in a corporate job where the decision is made by a human resource manager, for example, or a hiring manager, usually that person follows some sort of standard operating procedure. That guy must have this degree, must have 2 years internship in this, blah 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 blah, right? So they don't really look at you and judge you by personality. They judge you based on a lot of the criteria that has been preset in the standard operating procedure part of thing. Okay, so how would I get a job in a corporate environment if the employer is not the person hiring and the hiring person is actually a hiring manager? I would go and work for a small business for a couple of years just to gain that experience, just to make a name for myself in the industry if possible. And then what I'm gonna do is that I'm gonna try to bypass the hiring manager. Today with social media, you can actually reach a lot to the CEOs and the CFOs and the high hierarchy people, right? And the O's, the directors. You can really reach out to them directly. Let's say if I want a marketing job, I have no marketing experience, I could reach out to one of the companies that have a CMO, a chief marketing officer in one of the corporate company, and I'll just cold call that person. I'll go on LinkedIn, I'll go ask around, and I'll try to reach out to to the person directly and tell them, hey, listen, I don't have the money to go to school to get a 4-year degree, but I have 4 years experience in this, and I can help you with this. This is some of my work, right? And you just keep pushing and just keep calling. Don't give up. Call 20, 30, 40, 50 times. Most people just give up after calling one time and that person doesn't pick up. You say, oh, that person doesn't pick up phones. That's not true. We've been able to reach to some really high-ranking officers in some big companies just by cold calling and just by consistently requesting and asking for it. Okay, successful people, one thing they do is that they make things happen. They don't wait for things to happen. I hope this video helps for those of you who are thinking about getting a job but maybe don't have money to go to university or colleges. More important thing is, do you have the desire to do it? Do you willing to spend time? Are you willing to spend time to gain those experience so that it makes you much more of a attractive prospect to hire? Hey, I hope you enjoyed that quick video that I've just made for you. If you like more videos like this, if you want to learn more tips, strategies, trainings, make sure you subscribe to my channel and make sure you check out some of the videos that I've made in the past so that you can watch them, you can learn more new stuff, and more importantly, make sure you like and comment, because I promise you I'll be sending you a lot more goodies soon.